Will, NBC is reporting right now that Michelle Obama is not going to run for president. They're making that announcement this morning. Will you ask, is there a woman in there that we can get her reaction?
Yeah, right here. Let me introduce you. I remember her last name, because who forgets a last name that is Tax? But I don't remember your first name. Paula Tax. So NBC just reported that Michelle Obama has said she will not run for president.
Thank God.
Okay.
Yes.
Ainsley said, I would love the reaction from a woman in the crowd. And
I wouldn't vote for a woman, and especially, Nikki Haley. I'm just going to say this. She's probably menopausal. We don't need that.
Okay. She said, how about we vote for people regardless of their gender, just the right person for the job for America?
That's not what she said at all. I feel like she said the exact opposite thing, but it's hard to remember. I mean, it was seconds before you desperately tried to spin what she was saying. That woman was very clear as the crazy last name that she has. You shouldn't vote for a woman because they're a woman. Now, we might flavor it with, she's also an old woman, and I hate them. I especially hate old women. All women, definitely. Old women, especially. But regardless of whether they have menopause, definitely don't vote for them.
Before we continue with the story, we depend on members to keep on going. Don't wait. Click join now on YouTube.
I mean, Michelle Obama is not menopausal, and she had no interest in her. I honestly don't even understand why that guy decided that he needed to run cover for that woman. The man sitting next to her, I'm presuming is her husband, he didn't have a problem with it. Maybe she's well trained by the horrible experience of having been married to him for literally decades, I don't know. Did anyone else in the diner speak up? Do we think that anyone watching that segment at home, watching Fox and Friends, was aghast at what that woman was saying? How could she say that about women? I believe that we should just vote for whoever has the best qualification. Who actually believes that? And by the way, if you're actually talking about qualifications, either in terms of what the person has done in government, or even if we're just talking about like mental capacity qualifications, I am no fan of Nikki Haley. I think that's well established. But how the hell are you gonna make the case that Donald Trump is better qualified to hold office than Nikki Haley? Donald Trump is menopausal. I mean, whatever male version of menopause you have at that point, he's way, way older than Nikki Haley. He's far less capable of holding a thought in his skull. It's such a weird position, but not a surprising one, because this is what the right thinks. They either honestly believe it or they know that they're supposed to say it, particularly if you're a conservative woman. You are supposed to try to earn credibility by scorching your own kind. That's what you do. It's not just the women. Here, take a look at this.
What do you think of Nikki Haley? Did you ever consider her?
What I got to say, you don't really want to put it on.
Let me hear it.
Well, a woman's not going to be a good president. She don't have no balls to scratch. She's just going to scratch her head. All a woman's good for in my book is having babies and taking care of the house, but that's the old thing, But I'm old school.
So you never even considered her?
No.
Mainly because she's a woman?
Because she's female. I mean, females, don't take me wrong, females know what they're doing, but they still got to have a little bit of guidance. Trump would be the one to guide her through the CEO thing.
Dear God, I've never heard such an insane series of beliefs stated in a way that implies that the person saying them is utterly bored with their own insanity. That guy was barely capable of staying upright. And look, I don't know, maybe you're like me. He was being interviewed by that reporter for NBC News. And I hope the follow-up question was not, what do you think about me? Because I'd be very worried about his response to that. That dude didn't feel like he needed to hide anything that he believed. And why would he? Men like him have been emboldened by the right wing, and not just right-wing men. They've been emboldened by a lot of conservative women who have made the dark bargain that if you want to be a conservative, be a elected Republican or whatever, which many do, there are a lot of genuinely conservative women, then you have to bow down to these hierarchies that we've established. You have to be okay with the idea that you are inherently by birth inferior to us. You're inferior even to people like Donald Trump, who are riddled with personal failings and mental failings and legal failings. Nikki Haley, I don't love. I don't like a lot of her positions. But she's never run afoul of the law in the way that Donald Trump has. She can speak without utterly stumbling over her own words. And yet it doesn't matter. Again, it doesn't matter because it's not about the person. It's not like that reporter in the first clip tried to pretend that this is all about qualifications. It will never, that stuff will never add up to being more important than what you have gotten by virtue of birth, whether it's in terms of gender or race or ableness or whatever, or even class, because of course they worship Donald Trump in large part due to the fact that he was born into a wealthy family. We are running low on time. I mean, do we have time to show? Okay, let's go very quickly. Okay, T.I. says he can't vote for Hillary Clinton for president because she's a woman. That's not very specific about why. But let's see. Letter to the editor in time. Oh, this is in Cosmo. Argues Hillary Clinton can't be president because of that time of the month. My final point on this will be that very often, if you dig into why they have a problem with a woman being president, sometimes they'll say something like she won't be brave enough or whatever, as if Donald Trump is a picture of courage. But often they will say that she is either inherently too irrational or emotional, or at the very least during that time of the month she will be. Donald Trump is the most emotional person I have ever had to pay attention to in my life. Prone to fits of rage and jealousy and fear and insanity. He can't keep it together ever for 5 minutes. But a woman might have a period. It's so weird, the inconsistencies in the way people approach candidates. I don't know, maybe someday we'll have that conservative woman who can do the MAGA thing, can be the female Trump. I don't know, maybe they'll accept her at that point. But I wouldn't have high hopes if I was one of you conservative women just getting into politics right now. This is how they see you.